try stuff, you will have to fail at some stuff. You will have to fail. Now, the worst thing that could possibly happen, I think, is if you had a really good run to begin with. Because when you have a really good run, you think that you're the don. You think, oh, I've got this teacher thing down, boom, 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 with the kids, and dabbing, and you think you're just the absolute don. But then what that does, it closes your mind to learning. Really, some of the best people I've seen develop started quite badly. But over time, I saw them grow and flourish. You want to be able to go into this year thinking, you know what, I want to experiment. We're teaching you all this stuff, read these books, do this, look at all these different techniques. But sometimes you get into a classroom and you're too afraid to try them. You're too afraid to actually try all this stuff you're reading. But just remember this, you're not the finished article, you're just a student. You're just a student. So try stuff. Oh, I read that music's quite good in a classroom. You know what, try it. You should make mistakes. I will also say, you should be looking to make some mistakes. It sounds random, but you should make mistakes. Because unless, I'll put it this way. 2 and 2. 4 and 4. 8 and 8. 16 and 16.
32.
Wow, you guys are amazing at maths, aren't you? If I left it there, you can walk away thinking, yeah, my maths is down. I said, what's the square root of 75? You're going to pause a bit there, aren't you? Until you find the limits of what you know, you don't know what you know. Until you find the limit of what you know, that's the limiting factor to your development. So until you come to a point whereby I think, I don't want to do it, you've not failed, you just come to a point where that's your point of growth right there. You have to get to those points. The more points you get to like that, to be honest with you, the better. I know mentors will put pressure on you and they'll make you feel bad about yourself sometimes, this and the other. No, I had a particularly good mentor, by the way. I was very, very fortunate. I'm not saying this here. No, I had a particularly good mentor. But unless you get to those positions where you are failing, where you come into you're at your wit's end, you're living within yourself. So as you read all these amazing books, all these amazing techniques, try some stuff this year. Try some stuff. Some stuff will work, some stuff won't. But by the time you get to next year, you'll have down thinking, you know what, I tried that, that worked quite well, I can try this. I tried this, I read about this technique, I tried that. This didn't work, that did. But you've got to try stuff. The worst thing you can do is go in and be too afraid to try stuff. Just kind of nice and quiet, down the middle a little bit. That's the worst thing you can do. Because you wouldn't really have lived as a teacher. You wouldn't really have taken the full opportunity in this time you've got now. You have to fail. That's a hard concept to get into your mind. But you have to be comfortable with the idea, not forever, obviously. Not forever, but you have to be comfortable with the idea of, I'm going to try stuff. It may or may not work. But you've got to try stuff anyway. This year is about trying stuff and refining stuff. Finding your voice, delivering. You'll have classes where you tried one thing with one class and they were like, angels! Wow, I'm amazing. Same thing in another class, they're swinging off the ceilings. You think, okay, that works for them. One thing doesn't fit all. So you've got to try stuff.